Hello. This topic is extremely vital to the healthy mental well being of anybody on the receiving end of the narcissistic treatment. How you see yourself can be greatly affected by the narcissist's treatment of you or the things that they say to you that you are. Remember, okay, so narcissistic abuse, and I don't use the word abuse a lot because I don't like it. Obviously, it makes me hurt. But it is what this is called. And with that, some women experience a physical abuse associated with narcissistics. Some men, some people physically abuse each other for reasons other than narcissism, but it can be part of domestic violence, can definitely be part of the narcissistic rageful cycles of things can go crazy both ways. The victim could end up hitting the narcissist. They get so mad. People act insane. There could be name calling. The girlfriend of mine with whom I bounced things about this, who's been through it, she was name called. Now that's something that never really happened. I shouldn't say never. In fighting, there would maybe be a name call, but my narcissist, that wasn't his MO. This girl, her narcissist, his MO was on a daily basis to remind her what she wasn't and to call her certain names. You're lazy, you're ugly, you're this, you're that. You know what I mean? That's a terrible way to go through life. Now, that can, if you allow it, any of the aforementioned, if you allow them, they could kind of creep in and create a false narrative in your brain about yourself. That's the dangerous part about the abuse in these relationships. What the narcissist decides about you should definitely not be how you see yourself. And the way they treat us and talk to us and whatever, that's not even reflective of how they think about us. You really can't take any of it personally. That's not how they're thinking about us, the person. We could be any person in that spot, and they would be treating us and calling us the same things. They're doing it now to the next person. They did it to the person before you. So, if you think of it mathematically, if they do it to then we can't take it personally. It's definitely not us, and those horrible things they're saying to you are definitely not true. The insults they sling out to you, if you're someone that's being name called and all of this, and insults happen in devaluing to all of us. When I was talking about name calling, I meant they'll call you names, just yell names to you. But the insults as part of the devaluing, if you think it through, I bet they have like 10 insults they keep in their back pocket and just recycle. How many insults can you think of that maybe had nothing really to do with your specific-ness? There's like 10 insults men or women can very easily give each other. And they would go to anybody. So I want you to look at the source from which the abuse is coming. They're dysfunctional. They're unhealthy. They have repetitive behavior that is deplorable. They put this behavior upon every single person that is their partner and then some in their life. Others also in their life. They're a disordered individual who's trying to keep you feeling down about yourself so they feel bigger. They're trying to keep you feeling down about yourself so they have control over your lives, over what you do, over what you feel confident enough to go do, over everything. It's manipulation. It's the opposite of love bombing, when they start insulting you and devaluing you and really making you feel less than what you should. That's obviously the opposite of love bombing. Ironically, they're both used for control. They're both used as manipulation. They're both tools in their toolbox. Think of them as the same thing. Same thing. They were doing the same thing with both. They're controlling you. They're making you sway one way or the other. They're, influencing how you feel about yourself and him and her, the situation. One is making you feel on a high, and another one is making you feel on a low. Neither one should affect your opinion about yourself. But when they start telling you the negative things that they think about you, you definitely should not internalize that to mean that they are true. You definitely should not take that on as being anything that's real, coming from anyone that's real. He or she, they are trying to hurt you when they do that. That's the purpose of the insult. That is the reason for the name calling. They don't really maybe think that you're lazy. They don't really maybe think that you know what I'm saying? It's the reason for it is they're trying to manipulate. Maybe you came off today like a little too big for your britches. You had a great day. You're feeling great. You had lunch with friends. You did blah, blah, blah. He's feeling ignored. He's feeling, not important. He's feeling lesser than. So then in he comes. You can't, it's rather than ride the wave with us. Oh my God, that's great, honey. Here's to you. You got that deal? Here's some champagne. No, that's not what a narcissist has to have all the spotlight. And even if they play that game for a second, don't think, oh wait, my narcissist poured champagne. So wait, he's not a narcissist? No, they'll do that also if the manipulation they want is to keep you feeling high. But if they want you lowered, they're going to devalue you in the different ways we've discussed. Do not take those opinions that they're expelling onto being anything that you should think about yourself. And do not see yourself in any negative way that the narcissist tries to make you hear from them. Either telling you or showing you or name calling or insults or silent treatment shows them what they've decided about you. But again, it's not even, I have to say that they just want to ignore you and make you crave attention. But again, it's not even that they decided anything about us. That's how they behave. Right? So the sentence, I guess, is don't let what the narcissist decides about you be how you see yourself, but it's almost don't let what the narcissist is behaving like he thinks about you. Don't let the words and actions the narcissist is giving you to try to show you that he's trying to devalue. Don't let that be how you see yourself. It's the same game for every single person. Like, if I could do it again, I kind of wish I was, I kind of, now that I know things, I kind of wish, I would have had a comeback. I would have said, oh, did that work last time? Do girls respond to that? Oh, is that supposed to make me angry? I would have loved to have had any of these comebacks in my back pocket when he was slinging out ill behavior towards me. It has nothing to do with you, the ill behavior that they bestow upon you. It has nothing to do with you. You're not negative in the ways they're saying. You're not any of the names that they're calling you. You didn't do anything wrong. They need to get under your skin right now, and that's why they're doing it. They need to feel bigger right now. That's why they're doing it. They need to feel better about themselves right now. They're having a particularly low day. Full of self-hatred, we know, but some days are better than others, even for the narcissist. So they're having a particularly low day, and they have to make you feel worse. These are the reasons they insult and name call. It's not that they sat around and thought about you as a person and thought, boy, she really is, dumb, lazy, whatever. And I think I'm going to express that to her tonight when she gets home from work, as a constructive manner of helping her out. No. No. Constructive criticism between healthy people is one thing. There's room for that in life, of course. That's not what they're doing. They're wanting to manipulate you into feeling awful, to feeling lower, to feeling not so happy, and they want attention. Maybe you've been very busy today, and you've not really paid them any mind. Oh, they'll get your attention now if they start picking at you and picking a fight and calling you names and insulting you, and just for the sake of it. You didn't do anything. How many times has that happened? You're like, I put the thing in the oven, I look up, and boom, he's arguing with me. I didn't do anything. I've been home 5 minutes. How many times has that happened? They want to make you feel bad about yourself. Do not let them. Do not let it in. Do not take it in. It has zero to do with us. And unfortunately, they're going to do it to the next person. Which again, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. I hope the next person sees these videos and doesn't allow him in. I don't like anybody to feel bad about themselves. Not even the new supply. They didn't do anything wrong. Well, maybe yours did. Maybe they manipulated your husband or boyfriend away from you. I'm not saying it can't be that way. But they have no idea what's coming to them. And give it enough time and he's going to be insulting and name-calling to that girl. It's not right. It is abusive. It is emotionally abusive. And that is a very hard thing to combat when you're the victim of it. It's a very hard thing not to internalize when you're the victim of it. And I just want you to get up, look yourself in the mirror, and realize there's nothing about you negative that he's saying that is true. Everything that he's pulling out. And the worse he sounds is probably because you're not reacting. They're going to do it and do it and do it until they get a reaction out of you. Do you ever notice that? So you remain, and boom, they're going to get meaner, louder, nastier. They still don't have anything to do with you. They're not even that creative, the things they come up with. They definitely can be said to anybody. And if they pick a specific detail about you to try to make you, that's just them trying to be clever. It probably doesn't even bother them what they said. They just, if you've let them know you have an insecurity about something, they're going to pick on that. Of course they are. Oh my God, of course they are. You don't like this on you or that, that's what they're going to insult. Maximum damage with minimal effort. So just keep in mind, please, I beg you. And you might say, Renee, that's impossible. He's been beating me down with these words and these phrases for years. And I understand that. I do. I understand. I have to say, I don't know what it was, but maybe because it was just so short-lived, I don't think I ever internalized any of the negativity. Well, I guess behaviorally I must have, because I remained and allowed him to inflict harm, but I don't think I changed my mind about myself and my being. Maybe over time, I bet that happens, though. I bet that happens. And you lose yourself and you forget yourself and you start to believe what they tell you. See, that's the concern of mine. Don't let it be how you see yourself. Do not. Remember your strengths, your glory, your grace, the love and friendships of your life. Think about your life and be like, my life's pretty good. There's no way what he's saying is true, or what she's saying is true, or how they're trying to make me feel about myself can be accurate. I know I'm a good person. Now, if you're not, if you're a schmuck, and they're telling you you're a schmuck, then maybe look at that. Maybe there is a truth in there. If you're being a jerk and they're telling you you're being a jerk, well, then maybe you need to look at that. If there's something that you know that you've done, if you're another narcissist, typically is what I'm thinking about when I say that. If you're a jerk and they're trying to tell you, maybe you have something to learn from them. But for the most of us, they're just inventing things that they know are going to hurt us. When you're a normal, healthy, functioning person that got involved with a narcissist, you really can't fall victim to walking away from it feeling bad for yourself. And the example of when I think about a narcissist dating another narcissist, I mean, I don't know if they walk away damaged. I mean, they've got to bump into each other sometimes, right? That they see each other. That's got to be interesting. But that's what I mean. Like, maybe if that's the case, then maybe if one's insulting the other, maybe there's things they can learn. Maybe they're yelling at each other their faults that are... I have no idea. I don't know what that would even look like. Maybe they see themselves in another narcissist and they're yelling things to that person and they could learn off each other. I don't know. I'm very hopeful. But when it comes to us, the innocent, the non-disordered, I promise you what they're coming up with is just to hurt your feelings. To manipulate you, to make you feel low. Do not internalize it and make it be how you see yourself. Don't do that. Don't give them that. We can hang on to as much as we can with these narcissists, and that's something you can hang on to. Do not let them interrupt your mind and what you know to be true about yourself.